But I appreciate you hopping on, huh?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Let's see. Let's get Dre. Nah, word, Tommy. What's good?
Oh, I didn't mean to join this. I'm so sorry.
Nah, you good. I ain't tripping. Let's see. What's good, Ari?
Hey, what's up?
What's the word?
I don't know if you remember. I was on here like about a month ago. You probably don't remember, but I'll kind of just refresh you quickly. It was about a month ago around Valentine's Day. I went on a Galentine's trip with my sisters to California, and I was kind of dealing with my boyfriend who I've been with for a few months. We kind of got in a big disagreement. I was in California for about 5 days, and he basically kind of felt like I wasn't putting a lot of effort into the conversations while I was away. And it kind of blew up into a whole thing. He kind of tried to make it seem like he was just trying to communicate that he missed me while I was away, but it just became a huge thing. And he had told me he missed me multiple times.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So a lot has happened since then, and I kind of just obviously want to hear from you, see what you think. So, just a refresher, I'm 24. He's gonna be 27 in June. And we've been dating since about November. I've learned that he's more of the anxious attachment style, and more so where I'm kind of a little bit of both, but I can be a little bit of an avoidant. Just trying to balance that out between us. So kind of what I'm dealing with is since then, we figured that whole thing out, right? We kind of just, he kind of just was trying to communicate. He missed me. I was just like, there's ways to do that without kind of making me feel bad.
And remember what I told you? I told you compatibility in situations like that is what's going to be the decider.
Yeah, exactly. And I brought that up to him, and we had a conversation about that, and I think we're still trying to figure out. I think figuring out if compatibility is the issue is kind of tricky.
No, it is.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, so we just kind of been figuring out. I mean, the relationship is good overall. Like, we get along well. He treats me very well. That's not really the issue. What I've kind of been running in for the past few weeks is his jealousy has been becoming quite of an issue. So I don't know if you remember, but we both work for the same company. So we work, and sometimes the job that we do is you can be paired with someone else. So we work for a filtration company. I'm not going to get too much into that, but sometimes if there's a lot of work to do, you need to go with someone else.
Right.
And my dad recently hired another guy. And because obviously I'm kind of under my dad, he usually new guys will go with him for a week and then come with me for a week to do some training. So I was with this particular guy. He's 20 years old. He's very young. Like, no way am I even paying attention to that.
But y'all gotta remember the original problem that she came to me with was she went out on a girls trip, right? Which, by the way, like, whatever, if you're in a relationship, you gotta trust, right? She went out on a trip and he was basically mad about it the entire time. Like, he was like hitting her, like he was like hitting her up, and she, it was a lot of that was already an issue in the beginning. So just keep that in mind. Continue.
Right, exactly. And for people saying coworker, we met before he started working for my dad's company. Our parents are friends, not very close friends, but they know of each other, and that's how we met. So, anyways, so what I've been dealing with is kind of a jealousy issue. So I was training this guy, and prior to this, there was another kid who worked a few months ago. So just use that as background. So now I'm training this new guy, and a conversation started, and he basically was just like, yeah, a few months ago when you were training that other guy, it did make me feel a little bit uncomfortable. And I was like, what about it? And he's just like, well, I don't know. I just don't really like that you're one-on-one with these guys. And being how we kind of met, like, because our relationship started before he started working here, but it obviously got a lot more
as he started working. Yeah.
Right. So he's like, well, I know how we got involved and how he's just kind of comparing how we met. And I guess in his mind, he's like, it's still a possibility that I could be doing the same thing with other guys.
Did you mention the guy's age? He's like 20 though. And I like 4 years older. 7 years older.
Yes, he knows how old he is. He's met this guy, twice already.
Yeah, he's a kid.
He's a kid, exactly. But to him, it poses as a threat. So he was just like, well, that kind of made me uncomfortable. And I'm like, well, what about it? Oh, well, you're working one-on-one. So now, fast forward, this is the second guy now that gets hired who I'm, letting him know, like, hey, I'll be working with blah, whatever. So now, before this guy started, once he actually just got hired, before I even was training this guy, he was like, I'm not going to lie, for my mental health, I would consider ending our relationship if it means that you're going to be training this guy a lot, like how you trained the last guy. And that kind of threw me for a whim because I'm like, you would end our relationship because I have to work?
Yes. And I told you the last time that you were here that due to the fact that the way you view things and the way he views things on those matters, it would never fucking... Didn't I told you that, right?
Yeah.
I did. So I don't be lying.
Yes, I know exactly what you're saying. And so that's just one, honestly, of many issues. We've had issues where like he something in the beginning was like, oh, he doesn't like that my Instagram is public. I've had my Instagram over 15 years. It's always been public. And he's like, well, I don't like that it's public. Anyone can contact you because your page is public. I'm like, even if it was private, not to toot my own horn, but people can still contact me regardless. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, it's not really gonna do the point of the relationship, or like a part of our relationship is that I'm in control of who I in contact, who I give the time of day. You have to trust me in order to do that. I can't control other men. I do get approached, and I tell him, yeah, I do get approached, but obviously it's always a dub from that. That kind of made him spiral. And to the point that a few days ago or 2 weeks ago, we got into a really, really big, bad argument about the jealousy issue. And he kind of feels like because I'm not jealous and because I'm not this crazy girl who's like, just in general, like it's really hard for me to get jealous. He feels that means that I have lack of interest in him and that I don't.
He likes you more than you like him because he's the one that's always bringing this shit up.
Basically.
Yeah.
And I try to just explain to him, like, I'm just more secure. Like, I've done a lot of work on myself, and I don't idolize that crazy thing. I want to be in a healthy dynamic where I can work with guys and you trust that it's just work. I can have a guy friend and you trust that that's my guy friend. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just hard for him to get. And we had a big lash out about it, and he basically said to me, well, to be honest with you, my ex wasn't as attractive as you, and she didn't really get approached as much, and she was also really bitchy, so men kind of didn't approach her. And now dealing with someone who gets approached more, and you're very nice, you're very talkative, and that kind of makes me it makes him insecure.
So one thing about me is I don't be lying to y'all about when I see shit like this. I only need to hear the story one time. It gets worse. That's what y'all don't realize about like not being compatible. When you're dealing with somebody, especially in the beginning, that's what you got to look for. How do you solve issues? How do I solve issues? How do I see a problem? How do you see a problem? Can we come together? And you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of those things are very important because if you can't really problem solve, and then insecurity comes into play. And this type of shit only gets worse. So what's the verdict now? How's that going? Like what do y'all?
So he basically came to me and said, like, I told him, like, listen, if this jealousy thing is going to really be, like, a big issue for you, and if you, like, these little small things, me working with guys, like, I told him at the end of the day, like, it doesn't matter what job I go to. It doesn't matter where I go. There will be men there. And that's just a trust you have to have in me that I'm not, like, it's just work. I'm here to get my bread and go home.
Just like you. Well, why is you doing all that talking? You see, hey, bro, the less figuring out and the less talking we do in situations like these, the better. That's where the stress comes from, if you really think about it, right? We stress ourselves out when we over-explain. We stress ourselves out when we try to figure out things that we shouldn't even have to sit here and try to figure out. Y'all see what I'm saying? So, situation like that, it should be like, okay, you feel that way?
Right. 100%.
I'm not
Yeah, no,
for
I
it.
definitely get what you. I think the battle is like just that he's such a good guy, and the relationship is good. It's just that's a big part of it, and it really does bother me.
He could be a good guy for somebody else. Like I said, compatibility is
Right.
key. And
Right.
not
Yeah.
every good guy you come across is gonna be for, and we can all learn that. Not every good girl I come across is gonna be for me, right? That's for
Right.
all of us. So that's just what it is. But
Yeah.
are y'all still together though? Y'all not together no more? Like, what's up?
It's impending, I guess. I don't know. We kind of just had that big argument, and we just been taking time away from each other. And I guess he kind of said he'll come back to me when he kind of figured out what.
He'll come back to you when he figures out what he's. So the ball is in his court.
Not back to me, like back in a relationship. I basically told him that if he can't figure out if he's able to move past this whole jealousy thing, and that's not an issue. If that's an issue, he can feel like he can
But
work
why
through.
not take control of your own life and situation and end it?
You're right.
No, that's what you need to figure out. That's a bigger issue than you really think it is.
Yeah.
If that's how you're reacting to the situation, and 9 times out of 10, every nigga you come across that you like is gonna have this type of thing. It's gonna be the same. So why not take control of your own life, read the room, and end it? Like I told you to do like a month ago.
Right. Yes, sir. You're absolutely right. I know. Okay. Yeah. I get it. All right.
Good luck to you. What are?
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, this shit's sweet. Let's see, man. Yeah. I'm gonna do like one more slide. What's the word?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. What's going on?
So, I have a situation that happened to me like this week. I met somebody online, actually through TikTok, which is crazy. We were talking for like about 2-3 weeks, and he lives in Cali, and he's like, I really, really want to see you. And I was like, okay. So, he flew out to come see me. And I picked him up on Wednesday. Everything was cool. We vibed. It was good. He kind of gave me a little bit of the ick because he was like a little show-offy, which I don't really care for. But whatever. So I made it a point not to look at his phone, like, because we barely know each other. We're not together. Like, and I don't think that I should be like looking at phones. Like he pulled it out like to show me a picture, and then like.
And what state are you in? How far do you have to fly? Where you at?
I'm in Chicago, so he had to fly. He had to do like a whole day of traveling because he had like a connecting flight, and so the effort was there, and he was cool, but. So the one time, right, that I'm like chilling on the bed, right, and we're just like on TikTok on our phones, just like doing whatever, right? I look over and he's zooming in on a picture that a girl sent him.
Okay.
And I want to know if I overreacted, because I told my sister, and my sister said I didn't overreact, but my brother said I did. So I didn't say anything. I saw it. I peeped it. I didn't like it. And I got up and I started getting my stuff together. And he's like, where are you going? And I was like, oh, I just kind of peeped something I didn't really care for. So I'm going to dip. I didn't make a scene. I was just like super calm, cool, collected. And he's like, well, what did you see? And I was like, well, it doesn't really matter at this point because I'm cool on you. So I'm going to just dip.
Wait,
I said,
so
thank you.
he zoomed in on what did he do? Like, what is that? Wait.
So everything was cool the whole time, right? Like, and like he would show me like pictures in his album, and then like it would go to like a big screen of like all of his pictures. You get what I'm saying? But like whenever that happened, I looked away because I'm not about to hurt my own feelings. He came out all the way over here. Like it's really none of my business. We're not together. But something told me, because like I leaned back to like adjust myself on the bed, and I guess he thought that he was like doing it secretly, like I don't know, but he was zooming in on this picture and kept looking at the picture because like I peeped it and I was like, are you kidding me? Like you could have took that shit to the bathroom if that's what you're on. Like at least have respect for me. I'm like laying in. Right. So
Mm.
then, so I just got up and I started getting my stuff together. He was like, "Where are you going?" I was like, "I peeped something, didn't really care for. I'm just gonna go." And I was like, "It was a pleasure meeting you." I said, "Thank you so much for coming out here. But I'm good on you." And he's like, "We're adults. Can't you just explain?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just saw you open up a message." I was like, and I told him, I was like, I made it a point this whole time not to do that, not to like look at your phone or anything like that. But it just like happened to be like right in my face.
Mm.
And I was like, and that's cool if that's what you're on.
Wait,
That's cool.
I see some people saying in here saying that she doing too much. Do y'all have to fully understand? And I told y'all this a million times, right? Not every girl is gonna. The people, not everybody puts up with certain things, right? Whether you might think it's big or not. Some people might see that as, oh no, it's too much, right? So if she's in a situation where she already barely knows somebody, right? She finds it rude, and she decides to not make a scene and leave. Who the fuck are we to say something about that? Yeah,
Right. So
yeah. That's what
my
I'm saying.
that was the like my sister was like, I would have left too. Like, fuck that. Like, you left him where he had you messed up at. And I was like, okay,
Yeah,
cool. But then I told my brother what happened. He's like,
you did too
I
much.
think, yeah. He's like, I think you were doing too much. Maybe you could have
Yeah,
just turned around and said, okay, from now on, it's just going to be platonic. And like, we could be friends. We could be
yeah, but he
best of
can't.
friends. But
He's not you though. He's not you, so he can't tell you whether you did too much in that situation or not.
so then he's like, well, can't we talk about it? And I was like, I really don't think that there's anything to talk about. Like, you've been on this
Mm.
earth 40 plus years. I think you know what's like cool to do and what's not cool to do. I was like, you could have at least had some respect and took that shit to the bathroom.
Yeah,
Like, at least like make it seem like
and
you're
and
out here.
wait. You say he's how old is he?
He's like 42,
And how old are you?
30. I'm going to be 32 this year.
Okay, all right. I mean,
So,
yeah.
he was not trying to let me leave. And I was like, I'm good, I'm straight. And then I left him there, and I don't know anything like after that. I haven't heard from him. I kind of was expecting to hear from him, but then I was just like, well, I don't know if he's like embarrassed or he's just like in his ego about it.
But it could either way it goes, right? Um, I don't care who you are and how good you think you look in this world. Dating is gonna be a hit or miss. This goes to
Right.
everybody. You're gonna meet people, you're gonna try it, and it's up to you to have the discernment to say, is this somebody for me or not? The quicker you could come to that decision right there, the better. Um, and that's just what it is. No ifs, ands, or but it don't matter how old you are, right? You come across the
Right.
same, you will come across a lot of the same things. So, like I said, you do what you had to do. I mean, that's just what it is. You met him on
So you don't
TikTok,
think
so you can. I'll
you
say this, bro. I'll say this. You met him on TikTok. Your expectations can't necessarily be that high, right? If I meet somebody
no,
on TikTok, my expectations in general can't be that high.
for sure.
Yeah,
But I mean, there's a general respect that you should have for somebody
100%.
that you flew out to come and see, and you spent like 2 days with me in my
Nah,
city.
the
Like,
respect gotta be there. I'm just saying about the situation as a whole, like it being over, and I'm not saying anything to you about it, or vice versa. I'm just saying y'all did meet on TikTok, so it's like that's like
yeah,
yeah. But I
yeah.
understand though, the respect has to be there. I get where you're coming from though, for sure.
Okay, so you don't think I overreacted?
Nah. I don't. Who
Okay.
am I to say? Who am I to tell you that?
No, I get it. I get it.
You
It
feel
was
me?
just because all my girls, like, well, I was like my sister and my friend, my best friend, and they were both telling me, like, no, you did the right thing. But
And y'all also got to remember, a lot of this type of shit comes from experience. So her reacting the way she did could be because she experienced certain things before, right? It might be similar to something that she's seen before that led to something that was bad. So y'all never necessarily know. You did what you had to do to make sure that you're protecting yourself, and that's all that matters to me.
mhm,
That's all that matters to me and anybody else. That's all. All right.
yeah. All right. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you
Good.
later. Have a good one.
Good luck to you. Yeah.
Thanks.
Nah, word, bro. Y'all gotta understand. My live is all about like if I can hear in anything that you're saying that you're gonna end up protecting yourself in the end. I'm good. I don't know if y'all notice that. When somebody comes to me and says something that along the lines that's showing me that what they're gonna make a decision that's gonna protect them at the end, I'm cool with it. That's all I be wanting to hear, right? So that's it. Protect you at the end of the day. I'm gonna do one more though. Yeah, I know what that means. What's good? What's the word? Okay. But I've been on since like 4:50. What's good? But they corny as hell. They corny as shit. I didn't get on at 6. I got on at 4, but I had cut the live though.
Hello?
What's good?
What's good? Okay, that's so crazy. I'm from Germany, by the way.
Okay, what's good, Jim? What's the word, Ashley?
Again, please.
I said, what's the word? What's good? Hello?
What's good? Wait, okay, so I have a question, okay? So, okay, that's so weird. Okay, so it's nothing that happened to me, but it's something about a future decision, so I'm kind of unsure, okay?
Okay.
So, basically, a guy texted me on Instagram, and he's like, he's pretending to be very wealthy, I guess. And he's like, I don't know, he's like trying to show off, like show off his cars.
He's leading with his money because most girls go for that apparently.
Yes, and I'm like, okay, yeah. I'm like I responded, okay, I'm not really into that. Like, I'm not falling for that. And then he tried to like call me and then trying to not fly me out, but get me a ticket to his city. And I was like, wait, no, like I'm not trying to do that. So I was trying to ask you, like, you guys, if I should just like ignore him or if I should play like hard to get, and then I don't know, because
Play hard to get for what if you don't want to do it at all? If he's already leading with his money, you're getting bad vibes. Play hard to get for what?
wait, you're talking too fast to me. I don't
No,
really
you're
understand.
oh, no, my bad. If he's already leading with his money, right?
Yeah.
Right, and that's not something that you like, right? That's weird to you. You're getting weird vibes from the situation, right?
Mm.
Then why would you want to play hard to get? What would be the point?
Right. But like, I don't know, like, you're right, kinda, but I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I can't put it into words.
You like the idea of the money. You just don't like the approach. You like the idea of him having the money, though.
It's more like I like the princess treatment because I've been talking to him and he's like, I don't know if he's just like love bombing.
He's selling,
right?
Yeah. He's selling dreams to you, getting love bomb. Like I said, when you're a guy that has money, you're wealthy, or you do have. Let's say you do have some money. When you lead with that, this is the result you would get. Even if the girl might say you're a little bit weird for how you're approaching me, at the end of the day, they're still gonna talk to you because you have the money. Yeah, I get what I'm saying. This is the result that you will get right here. When you have money, whether your approach is wrong or weird or not, it doesn't matter. As long as you have the money, the girl will consider it a little bit more. Y'all see what I'm saying?
So
Right.
wait, so you don't believe in like princess treatment and everything?
What?
You don't
That's not
believe?
that's not what I said. You already said you didn't like the approach. Like you didn't like that he was doing that, right? I'm going along with what you're saying. You're asking me if you should cut him off or if you should play hard to get. But play hard to get for what? If you already don't like his approach.
Yes, you're right then.
That's all I'm saying. That's it. But does that answer your question though?
Yes, it did.
I appreciate you hopping on, man. I told you, all niggas I do is have a little bit of money, and a lot of y'all be got. A lot of y'all be got by a little bit of money, man. That's just what it is. What can niggas say, right? Oh no. But if y'all need any private one-on-ones, obviously y'all know where to go. The link for that's in my bio. I'm gonna be free for the rest of the weekend. She said, "Hey, do me." But I gotta slide. I gotta slide. I've been on for too long, bro. I've been on for like 3 hours. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know. Is it free? Free? Would you listen to this shit every day for free? Yo, do y'all be knowing what the fuck I be hearing in them one-on-ones? That's literally all I be doing, bro. Like even prior to my lives on the Mondays to Wednesdays, I be doing the one-on-ones. Y'all think this shit is bad? If y'all think, let me tell y'all something, right? People hold back on here, right? Let me tell y'all something, right? The people, they hold back on here. They get into one-on-ones and they say some of the most outrageous, wildest shit y'all could ever even think of. Okay? So I just want y'all to consider that. They hold back. 100% they do. Because they're in front of a lot of people. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, shit, I be still, hey, bro, I wake up, you know what I mean? I make my tea and I just listen. I just that's all I had to do. But I do make them a lot cheaper though. I ain't gonna lie. It's not really, it ain't nothing crazy. Nah, this is 100% holding back. Bro, I'm telling y'all right now, bro, I be hearing some shit. Nah, hell yeah. Confidence, yeah. He's entry level. Exactly. Nah, word. But y'all might start doing vlogs though, y'all better stay tuned, you heard? Kayb with the vlogs coming in real soon. Gym vlogs and all. I'm moving soon too, so moving vlog, all that. Y'all stay cool. Y'all stay tuned, man. Y'all gonna see.